Hello Flosstube, this is Jordan the Tattooed Stitcher. I'm back for my 2-week cross stitch update. It is Flosstube number 22 and it is October the 24th. Wow, I don't think I've ever said the date or the Flosstube number on here. Only 22 videos in, it's okay. Okay, so I'm back for my 2-week update and recap of Stitch West. It probably won't be as in-depth as my recap of Queen City, just because like this is my 4th time. Kind of the same hat every single time. I'm sitting in front of my Halloween stuff again because it's super cute, and you got to see my tree, which is in that corner last time. So I thought I'd sit in front of my mantle and have the cuteness displayed behind me this time. That's one of my mother-in-law's banners, Halloween banners. It's so freaking cute. And this is one of my all-time favorite finishes. I think it's called Bobbing for Pumpkins. I finished it a long time ago. I know it's stitched with all the called for. I think the fabric is a coffee tea dyed from me, but it was one of my very first and only fair entries, and I got first place ribbon on it. And then a little quilted table runner I did, oh my gosh, a long time ago, probably at least 5 years ago. So yeah, cute little Halloween-y behind me. I hope everyone's had a good 2 weeks. I've had a busy 2 weeks. I feel like this whole month has just really flown by. I've been so busy, and part of that, well, all of that, who are you kidding, is the 2 retreats that I went to back at the beginning of this month. But it was so much fun. I don't regret it at all. So I've got some WIPS, new starts, lots of haul. The haul is probably gonna be the longest portion of this video because I went to Stitch West, and Stitch West has the best shopping for stitchy things. There are 3 needlework shops within a half an hour driving distance, and since I always have a car, it's easy to hit a lot of shopping. Plus the shopping that's in the actual stitching room. There was a lot this year and it was so much fun. So let's do my new starts that I did at Stitch West first. The first one I started was the sale at the Bubbling Cauldron, Praiseworthy Stitches. And I'm stitching this with some of the called for and a lot my interpretation. And I'm stitching this on a 40 count linen called Changeling by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. My start is very small. I've decided stitching on, my lesson I learned this year at Stitch West was stitching on 40 count dark colored fabrics is not that great of an idea at retreats. And both my new starts I brought were on dark colored fabrics. Lesson learned, don't do that again. But there's my very small start. I started in the middle. There's like a white sign. So my very, very small start. I struggled to stitch at this retreat. At both retreats, I really struggled to actually stitch, which is probably not an unusual problem, but isn't that, I mean, that's kind of the reason you go. And the button pack, courtesy of Bernadette. Thanks, Bern. Okay, oh geez, zipping the plastic in. Okay, and my other new start was with my mother-in-law. We planned to start Halloween at Hollyberry Farm, which this pattern has gotten extremely popular the last few weeks, which I think is kind of funny. I'm using the called for, except for one. I swapped Raven for Black Crow. And again, dark fabric. This is 40 count XJU Designs old linen. I started in the middle. Oh, it's a big piece. So I just started in the middle of the house and worked my way. This is upside down. Worked my way down across the windows and down to the bottom of the house to start on some of these vines running along the side of the house. Oh, bad picture. You see the vines here? They're really pale brown. So that's where I wanted to get to, and that's as much as I cut done at the retreat. And I haven't picked it up again yet. I do plan to pick both of these up again the week of Halloween, because I usually peter out of my desire to stitch Halloween, like Halloween week. So I'm gonna really be good and work on these Halloween week. Okay, and my last new start, I started it actually the day that I filmed my last video, because I just couldn't wait. And that is Gypsy Queen and Mirabilia. Hopefully there wasn't a needle on that. I'm stitching this on 32 count Snickerdoodle from Grace Notes Fabrics. And this is how far I got. So this is one of her older patterns. Isn't that fabric just like perfect though? I am so obsessed. So this is one of her older patterns. It's number 142. I think she's like at the 200s now. And I noticed that in her older patterns, there's more like blocks of color to stitch, less confetti in like the actual dress. And so they're just like really enjoyable to stitch. I feel like I can get a lot of progress without that much effort because there's more blocks. I have a big box right here. I'm like reaching in. I hope it doesn't fall off this chair. Okay, and then on, oh man, I think it was Monday last week, I just like looked through all my WIPS and nothing. I did not want to stitch on anything. Nothing sounded good to me. A new start didn't sound good, like nothing. So I was like, I'm just gonna reach in, and I pulled out Kat's Bakery, which I didn't bring my picture of. It's on my iPad, on my stitchy stand. Guys, I did zero prep for this. It's okay, we'll get through it. Kat's Bakery, I think you're familiar with this at this point. I'm stitching with the Call for DMC, CXC, AMO. It's a combo. My box is everything, and I do not care. I mix all of them, and I $1 million bet you cannot tell when it's all stitched. And so I just picked up Kat's Bakery by Soda Stitch, and I was like, this sounds very nice right now. I went from 40 count for like a solid, 40 and 36 count for like a solid 4 weeks of stitching to 28 count, and it felt humongous, but it was so easy and enjoyable and relaxing, and I just couldn't put it down. So this is on a 28 count Joblin, hand dyed by Rolanda. They're not named. And this is where I am. So I started, this pot was not done. None of this back stitch was done, and none of this white here was filled in. None of this, like, so from here over is new. That's all new that I did last week. Let me move this. So I did a lot. I finished this pot and I back stitched it with the little utensils, and I did a lot of white fill in. I still have a lot more white to go here. So this is a little kitty sitting on the floor holding a bowl, like cracking an egg into a bowl. And this kitty is decorating this cake. First of all, look how freaking cute that cake is. And the little jars, they're so cute. Look at those eggs. I loved doing these shelves so much. So this jar says jam and this one says jelly, but in the pattern, this purple jar says grap. G-R-A-P, grap. And I was like, no, that won't do. And jelly fit perfectly, and I just eyeballed it. I did not graph it, I just eyeballed it, and it looks great, I think. So this is a black and white kitty and with a purple apron, and then that's the end of the pattern right there. That's the end. So in my graph, I only have about, I think it's less than 2,000 stitches now. It's like 1,500 stitches plus back stitch left. So next time I pick this up, it'll be done, which is really exciting. I'm at 22 finishes, I think, for 2023. And it'd be really cool to start or to end the year at like 23 and 23. unintentionally joined that group. Okay, anyways. And my last WIP that I worked on, I just remembered there's another thing in here, but it's buried, so I'll get to it when I get to it, is Autumn at Hawkhorn Hollow. And I have it in a hoop, so I'm not gonna like pull it out because it took me a minute to get it in here. But I finished this first block. I'm not sure if I like the way I backstitched these hay bales, so I might change that. All right, the light's shining through. But it's so cute. So last night, I finished this block yesterday, and I was like, I'm still feeling this, so I moved the hoop to start the second block, which I did start the second block, but I also had to finish this spider. I had to stitch this corn cob, this crow, and this leaf. I don't have anything to block the light that's coming through here. So that's what I did yesterday night, was finish the top and do the border of this square. So most likely I'll be working on this again later today, finish the border and start on the second block. I'll show you later, but I made this needle minder. He's so cute. I think he's perfect for my Teresa Kogut Halloween one, yeah? Okay. Tight squeeze here with everything. All right, that's WIPS. Oh, nope, I found the other WIP. So my other WIP, maybe not, it's the wrong one. Okay, my other WIP was a new start at Stitch West. So the featured designer this year at Stitch West was Satsuma Street. And I'd never stitched one of their designs, her designs. They're very bright though. They're very bright and they're very cute. She does like the little cities, like little San Diego, little San Francisco, whatever, like little cities in there. And she does a lot of ornaments. So I decided that since I was struggling with all my 40 counts, and I don't know why I didn't do this the first day, I waited until the last day, to buy and start an ornament. So I bought 2 ornaments. I bought the cattle lantern, and I bought the Marvelous Mr. Meow. And this is the one that I ended up starting. Really not that much of an impressive start. I only stitched, like I said, I'm not good at stitching at retreats. I don't want to take all this out. So that's as far as I got. And it's really nice. I'm gonna try to make sure I always have a perforated paper kit in my like traveling stitching bag, because they're really easy to stitch in a stitching room. Like it's literally holding it here and it's big holes. Like, I don't know, it's really, really easy to stitch on at a retreat. So I'm gonna remember that. Okay, Stitch West. Last minute, my friend Amy and I decided to drive down to Salt Lake the night before Stitch West. So we normally don't go till the morning of. We get up really early and drive down because it's like a 3-hour drive for us. We decided last minute, Bernadette was like, I have an extra bed, come down tonight. So within an hour we were driving to Salt Lake. And we got to Salt Lake about 11. It wasn't that bad. And we stayed in Bernadette's room with her in her extra bed. And then, so the next morning, Stitch West opened at like noon. I'm trying to remember what we did the first part of the day. I think we went and got breakfast. We did. We went and got breakfast at a French bakery cafe in Salt Lake called Eva's, and they have really, really, really good food and desserts. So anyways, the room opened for vendors an hour early, so, or 2 hours early. So my vendor, my bags, took 1 second to bring in, but my mother-in-law had a lot more stuff to bring in. Her shop is called the Mary Crow, and this was kind of like her debut. And so I helped her because there was a lot of stuff, and She's extra and makes things very, very beautiful. So we had a lot of props to get up and a lot of things to set out and organize, and we finished putting it all together like the minute the doors opened for everybody else. But it was turned out really cute. She posted a little video on her Instagram page of her booth, and you can see my bags like in a tiny little wedge on the side, like totally ruining the vibe of her tables. It's fine. So yeah, my bags did really well. I am so grateful for people who wanted to buy them. It's still weird to think that people wanted to buy them. I only came home with a couple. So the only bags that I have left, which I'm kind of surprised that these are the ones that were left, is this Coca-Cola Santa and 2 of the vintage Santas. So those are the only bags I came home with. All the rest were snatched up. So I'm gonna be posting these on my Instagram as soon as I figure out how much shipping costs. And I also have my table full of fabric ready to be cut upstairs for more bags. I have gotten quite a few questions and messages about bags, if I'm going to make them available to online, and I'm planning to post bags on my Instagram. Sorry, nose itch every time. So I have more. I'm just cutting the rest of the fabric that I had of the stuff that I brought to Stitch West. So I've got more of the cat and pumpkin bags with the black and white or an orange gingham or plaid, I think. Someone in the comments in the last video gave me the definition of all these and I've already forgotten them. And so I've also got more of the Coca-Cola Santa fabric being cut, and more of the 2 versions of the floral bags, which Rika, House of Stitch and Stash, posted a picture of my bag with her new start. She bought one of my floral bags for the birdhouse sale that everyone was doing at Stitch West. And she can capture the most beautiful pictures because I cannot take pictures that good. So if you want to see a really nice picture of one of the bags that I'm cutting upstairs, go look at hers. She took a really good one. And I think, and I got a few more of the vintage Halloween, like with the witch sitting in the moon bags to be cut. So those will be made available as soon as I finish them. And yeah, so thank you everyone who bought a bag. That was really exciting. And it feels a little awkward, but it was so much fun. And so the first day we just mostly stayed in the room. I think we went to eat. Seriously, guys, this is why I did my Queen City recap the day after, because it's been a week and already gone. It's gone. I'm sure you don't care about the minute details. Second day was shopping day, because the Stitch West is really short. It starts at noon on Friday and ends Sunday afternoon. And everyone goes home on Sunday, so it's really not like a day. So it's really only one full day is Saturday, which is kind of a bummer. But so Saturday was shopping day. The first place we went was Shepherd's Bush, naturally. So I'll show the stuff I got. You guys, I'm just gonna show it all because it's all mixed up and I don't remember where I got what. I don't remember. You guys are gonna die when you see how much stuff is in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna show things because I don't remember where they got them. We shopped at Shepherd's Bush first, and then we went to Stitchery Express, the warehouse it's been called in the past, and then we shopped there, and then there was shopping in the annex. So there's a lot here. So I'm just gonna go in and then dive in. I got a lot of mostly patterns and thread, like 90% patterns and thread. Can you believe it? Only one piece of fabric I bought. Lie, I bought 2 online while we were in the stitching room. Okay, first pattern is the Gather In. There were a couple people stitching this at the retreat, and it is so beautiful. So, so, so beautiful. And I'm really regretting not kitting it up with the floss while I was in the shop. But it's so pretty. This one will be started next year, 100%. And then these two patterns I bought actually in the annex because Wendy had she was a vendor. And these are from the Heart Needle Art. And I bought Susan's little sampler. This one was so pretty stitched up. The colors are so muted, but it was beautiful. And then I also bought Catherine's little sampler. Again, these are like ones you have to see in person. They were so pretty. My eyes just kept being drawn to them. And I thought, okay, if my eyes keep being drawn, I've got to get them. Okay, and then I got With Thy Needle and Thread, Every Opening Flower. I loved that Weeping Willow so much. And the little bee skep. So I got this pattern and all the flosses. So that is 100% ready to go. And then this is a pattern, my box is gonna go flying, that I bought a few weeks ago, months ago, I don't know. It was part of my birthday money, which is Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. So all I bought was the threads to go with it, and they don't require very many threads. So there's that one. And then this is another chart I bought with my birthday money in September. My early days, I was heavily influenced by Lauren, the New Hampshire stitcher. Her finish of this is beautiful. So I got this this one kitted up because I had the pattern already. So I just bought all the flosses. And then I bought, so at Shepherd's Bush, for a lot of patterns, they have a Shepherd's Bush conversion for the threads because Prairie Schoolers are stitched in DMC. So I bought Prairie Schooler Sweeping Cobwebs, and I want to stitch this piece. So I got the threads for the Shepherd's Bush conversion of it because it's beautiful. Okay. And then I had this pattern for a long time. I bought this pattern when it premiered at Market. And the fabric. So all I needed was a couple more flosses for it, and now it is fully kitted up with the called for picture this plush shale and all the called for overdyes. So that is 100% ready to start as well. Okay, and then another one I bought is Plum Street Sampler Spring Moon. I love the blues in that and that huge bee skep. So pretty. So I bought that and all the called for threads. Okay. Oh, don't fall. More. More, you guys. Okay. So I also bought Plum Street Samplers George Decorates for Martha. I saw this earlier this year stitched, and it is so pretty. I love the stack of pumpkins he's holding and that giant eagle or crow. It's a crow, I think, standing on the white pumpkin. I love it so much. And then another one that's been on my wish list for a very long time is Plum Street Samplers A Gentleman's Daughter. Love, 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 love. These are ones I did not kit up, so these are just the pattern. And then I bought the Artsy Housewife Coffee and Eggs. I love this pattern so much. Like the chicken growing out of a plant in the coffee pot and like her eggs. She's so proud of her eggs. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Don't know why that's in there. Okay, and then I bought Blackbird Designs The Winds of Autumn book, mainly for this pattern. I love the Mighty Acorn, love it. And that crow, strawberry. Let's see what else is in here. I've already stitched Spell of the Moon, but I like the October 31st one too. There's like a lot in here. Which one did I just see that I didn't know was in here? I didn't know this one was in here. I love this one. So many pretty little autumn ones. I love stitching autumn. Oh my gosh, that's really cute too. Lots of patterns in this book. Oh, I like that one too. Lots of fun pillows. And the Mighty Acorn, my favorite one, the reason I bought this book. Okay. Oh no, this one was bent. It's okay. And then I bought another Prairie Schooler Trick or Treat. It also has the Shepherd's Bush conversion. And I know I bought a few of the threads for this, but I also had like a few that were in other patterns that I knew I could just use the leftovers for, so I didn't buy all of them. And then I bought Blackbird Designs Oh Joyous Day. It is beautiful. And then I bought this pattern. There is an Instagrammer named Creative Raquel, and she's been at the last 3 Stitch Wests. And she posted her finish of Raven Bewitched, but she color converted it. She added colors in it. Not bright colors, they're still muted, but it is so freaking pretty. So pretty. I never wanted to stitch this before I saw her conversion of it. So I'm totally copying her. I've even bought the fabric that she used. So very excited about that one. And then Blackbird Designs Birds of a Feather. This one has a Vicky Clayton silk pack that might be coming mine. And then, this feels so excessive, how many charts I'm showing. And then I got so I knew I wanted to start a patriotic piece next summer because I have never stitched anything patriotic. So I bought Teresa Kogut's Land That I Love. I love this pattern. It's beautiful. It's humongous. I love it. I love that row of strawberries in the middle. And the bird on top of the weeping willow. Beautiful. So I'll be working on getting that one kitted up at some point. Okay, is that the last of my patterns? I believe so. Okay, that's the last of my pattern haul that I bought. And now these were the retreat pieces. We had 2 featured designers, the Little Stitch Girl and her mom. I think she still goes by Little Stitch. Oh no, Jamie. Okay, they both have their name on here, but they still have the Little Stitch Girl symbol. So the first pattern released is called Snow Capped, and it's like a Quaker version. It's really cute. It's really cute, and it's really pretty stitched up. This chart is really nice, actually. This is a nice chart. And then the other one was Winter Departs. I love the sentiment. I love when winter starts, but even more when winter departs. It feels a little redundant with winter twice, so I'd probably change it to say, I love when winter starts, but even more when it departs, and just recenter it. Makes more phonetic sense. And then the other designer was Satsuma Street. Jody Rice, that's her name. She was very, very sweet. I talked to her a few times, and she was a very, very kind, nice lady, and was nervous to be a featured designer, but she did a great job. And so one of the featured designs is called Winter Welcome. It's really cute. She had a really cute story about this pattern. Her and her husband lived in California on Satsuma Street, and then they just picked up one day, bought a house. I can't remember how many states away. I can't remember. Oregon. Bought a house unseen in Oregon with like 5 acres, I think. And she said she sees tons of birds now, so she has bird houses everywhere to see the birds. I thought it was really cute. And the other one was a ornament kit called the Christmas Fawn. A little pink deer. It's cute. Okay, and the last thing I bought at Stitch West, making sure, yes, was this Sanju tin. because it's fun and I will show you. So it has a pattern in it. This pattern, this little tiny cute blue and white sampler. But watch. So to open the tin, push on the top and it opens and it has the pattern inside. And then to close the tin, you squeeze and then it's closed. And I thought that was so much fun. I want to put like a magnet inside of it and have it be in my travel stitching bag. I like to hold needles and things because I think it's really, really cute. So that was the last of my Stitch West haul, but you thought you were gonna get away without seeing some fabric. Well, you were wrong. Oh, this was from Stitch West. This was Shepherd's Bush. I bought a half a yard of fabric. Shepherd's Bush. This is called Colonial Parchment by Fabrics by Stephanie. And it's 36 count. And it's just a really pretty, I mean, I'm not gonna unfold the whole thing. It basically looks like that. Really pretty neutral. I think the ones I picked to go on this was the Gather In and I don't know, it's so pretty, anything could go on it, really. Okay, while I was at Stitch West, Be Stitch Me did Fight Night. And I didn't participate in Fight Night. Sorry, crinkling plastic. I didn't participate in Fight Night, but she simultaneously posted a few ready to ship colors on her website. So I bought some, 2. I got a 36 count linen called Willow. And it's just a really beautiful, kind of greeny tinted, like picture. Yeah, it's really pretty. So I got that one. And then I got 40 count linen in the color Boneyard. Ooh, it's so creepy. But you know what it reminds me of? Is it kind of reminds me of Picture This Plus Velt. Velt is very reminiscent of this. So you could put a sampler on it, classic one, or you could put a Halloween thing on it. It would really work for anything. I was thinking the Leela Studio Halloween Quaker could be really cool on it. Okay. And then this order came yesterday. It's more XJU Designs fabric. I have a problem. I cannot help myself on her shop. They're so pretty. But some of these fabrics have a plan, okay? They have a plan. So this one is a 36 count in the color Ghostly Shadows. And it's a very greenish, bluey greenish color. And the reason I got this one is for Sweeping Cobwebs. So Sweeping Cobwebs is going to go on Ghostly Shadows with these threads. I think it'll be so pretty. I love the smell of these. They're so perfumed. She must use like a scented softener or something. I love the smell. Okay. And then I got 40 count in Old Sheep. I'm not gonna unfold it because it really just looks like that. Just a really beautiful neutral. And then I got 40 count in Grandpa's Sleeve. If you haven't seen Grandpa's Sleeve, where have you been? I swear everyone has Grandpa's Sleeve. It's incredible. Look at it. I don't know what's going on it. I just knew I needed some. Okay. And then this one has a purpose. This is, what is it? 40 count jack-o'-lantern. And it looks a lot like Grandpa's sleeve, but more orange. Grandpa's sleeve doesn't have as much orange. This one, remember Raquel that I told you about? Come on. Nope. Where are you? This is what she stitched Raven Bewitched on with her color conversion. And it's stunning. So that's really exciting. Okay. I'm pretty sure haul is done. Oh, lie. Thread Club. Let me just get reset here in a second, people. Okay. My Floss Fix from Fat Quarter Shop came. And the colors this month were Chai, Cerise, Cherry Cobbler, Cherry Tomato, which, come on, reaching a bit here. Cherry Tomato, that's bubblegum pink. I don't know where your cherry tomatoes are coming from. Chesapeake Bay and Chili Pepper. So those are the Floss Fix, which I have ended my Floss Fix club for Classic Colorworks, and I have joined the Weeks Dye Works Floss Fix. So I will no longer be getting Classic Colorworks, it will be Weeks Dye Works. Same concept. I forgot about these. The last things I bought were needle minders. I really, really wanted the holiday campers from Flamingo Toes. So I got the Halloween camper. Look at that cat in the window. So cute. Come on, focus. And the Christmas one. Adorable. Love those. Oh, and then for my Christmas at Hollyberry Farm, there's a door in the house, obviously. And so I got a little brass wreath charm to go on the door. I'm gonna stick it in here while I'm thinking about it. Okay. I was given this from Bernadette as a gift. It's like a little needle book, scissory, pockety. You could use it as a grabbing hot things out of the oven probably, but it's Alice. Look how cute. Love. And not as much gifties as Queen City, but there were a few. This was given by Sean Marie Stitches. It's a little counter that she made. Thought it was really cute. This is from Kendra Elliott. She has an Instagram. I think it's a stitch marker for knitting. Really cute. Those are my needle minders. Geez, all the magnets are sticking together. There's an extra magnet on here. I don't know where it came from. Star Garnet Stitchery. Okay, little needle minders. Debbie gave these little nail files. And June Evans, Mama Doll, gave these little charms. And then, oh, what is this? Oh, Sue Proctor gave these little needle minders and threaders. And then I bought the Harry Potter mystery grab bag of needle minders from Abby, Top Knot Stitcher. And these were my magnets that came in my grab bag. I had Voldy boldy on my projects the whole time stitching. Dobby is super ugly, but I mean, he's ugly in the show too, right? Okay, and then I also bought from my own mother-in-law, because I have to keep buying her stuff, another scissor fob. It's got these little cats on one side, and the other side is little skellies. And then she gave us, in a little baggie of candies, some little teeny scissor fobs. This one's got some kind of devil demon creature on it, and I don't know, a boy. The hole is punched right through his head. And then Leslie, Under the Sea Fabrics, gave these little glow-in-the-dark duckies. So I have these on my scissors right now. And then my friend Amy gave me a gift. It is this giant, amazing pin. Alice in Wonderland pin. Look how cool. I tried to stick it onto my stitching bag, but the backs aren't very strong, so I've got to figure something else out because I want it to stay on my stitching bag. It's so cool. And then the things they gave out at Stitch West. Everyone had a scissor block with this little teeny tiny pair of scissors in it. Look how small these are. They're so little, but they're really nice. They worked really good. I like these scissors a lot. They're gonna go in my traveling stitching case for sure. And a little pin cushion thingy. Okay. You guys, that's everything. I did it. Sorry, out of frame, reaching. Okay. Life, nothing new. I promise there's nothing new. Groceries are astronomical. It's really depressing. I try not to leave the house. Doing 2 retreats in a row for a stay-at-home mom who doesn't talk to anybody for like 10 hours a day other than a 2-year-old is a lot. A lot. So this whole week I have been socially isolating from everyone except my family. Like isolated. I'm just like, I need to wind down. So I'm watching a lot of shows, playing with my kids, and doing some stitching and trying to bring my brain back to a new level of normal. But it was so much fun. I don't regret it at all. Okay, so there's really nothing to say in life. We had parent-teacher conference. That's always a blast. It's actually not too bad. My son has his special needs, so his is a bit more in-depth. And I go in with very low expectations, but my middle child, my daughter, the dancer, is very above her grade level. So hers was a little more in-depth than I was anticipating. They're bumping her up grade levels, but keeping her she's in 1st grade, but they're bumping her workload up to like 2nd and 3rd grade levels. So that was a little bit more in depth, but I mean, for good reasons, for sure. Good reasons. They're both doing really good in school. And then Brody is just a terror. She's 2. And I have locks on all the drawers, and she knows how to open them. So they really are just more of an inconvenience at this point because she can open them. We went Halloween costume shopping, which when did Halloween costumes get $50 for a child's costume? Next year is homemade, people. Brody's going to be a little black cat, and Parker is going to be a mermaid, and Axel's being some dude from that blocky game. Are there blocks? Minecraft? Roblox? I think it's Minecraft. His name's Steve. He has a big square head. I don't know, man. We're just making memories over here. Okay. So let's talk about shows I've been watching. I don't know if you guys hate this portion where I talk about my shows. I'm sorry, but I really love it. We've been watching a lot of shows. It's the spooky season, so I've been watching spooky shows. Okay, TV shows. Love is Blind. Did you watch it? Did you finish it? What a disappointing season. Just overall extremely disappointing. Don't know if I'll ever watch again. It was really that bad. The Golden Bachelor, on the other hand, has been fan-freaking-tastic. If you aren't watching The Golden Bachelor yet, please get on it. It is so precious. These like 70-year-old people are like 14-year-olds on their first date, and it is the most adorable thing. I love it. It makes me so happy. Every episode makes me so happy. But they previewed the next episode and Gary is like having a mental breakdown, and I can't watch Gary be so in distress. I'm dreading that one. Sister Wives. Okay, the last 2 episodes of Sister Wives has been boring. So boring. I swear, if I have to hear about Mary moving her clothing business again, I'm going to scream. Like, we get it. It's enough. Enough with the clothing business. And then like, if you guys are watching, I don't know. Every time Christine and Janelle are like having a get-together, a family get-together, I'm like, are you making Christine's rolls? Like, that's the only thing they have for Christine, is she has these famous rolls she makes. So just, I don't know. Cody says atrocious, horrible things like usual. He's just so, wow. So yeah, let's see. Oh, and I've been rewatching Shameless. That shows something else, you guys. Did you watch? I think I talked about the bear on here. Has the same Jeremy Allen White, the same character from Shameless. But Shameless is such a wild show. It just got super dark all of a sudden. My video is like dark. But it's a wild show and it gets kind of exhausting. In a rewatch, I always have to stop halfway through. I've still never watched the last 2 seasons because I get so burnt out of the chaos. And then my husband and I started rewatching from the beginning. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I don't know if you guys will watch that show, but it is so hilarious. Highly recommend. Okay, movies. We have watched quite a bit of movies. I don't know what's gotten into us, but we've been into the movies. We watched Us, which is a Jordan Peele directed film. Like doppelgangers come to this family on vacation and they're like killing each other and stuff. I don't know. Didn't really care for it. Like the premise was really weird and like interesting, but I could have gone without watching it. Like it wasn't that great. We also watched Get Out, which I think is another Jordan Peele. It had similar vibes. That one was more interesting, more mind-bendy for sure. It was pretty good, pretty creepy in like a same kind of sense as Don't Worry, Darling, like creepy like that. And then we watched Reptile. I don't think I talked about this in my last video. Reptile on Netflix. It has Benicio del Toro and Justin Timberlake and the one girl from Clueless. I can't think of her name. It was pretty good. It was interesting. It was one of those police detective shows where like everybody looks like the suspect. Justin Timberlake was bad. It's Justin Timberlake acting in a movie. It was bad. But Benicio del Toro was fantastic. He carried the movie, obviously. He was really great. And then we watched The Devil on Trial. It was like a docu-series or a documentary about one of the only cases in the United States that they used, I just lost the word in my head, possession as their defense. It was interesting. And then we watched The Haunting of Hill Manor. It is a 10-part series, like a 10-episode series from the same director as Midnight Mass, which I loved. Midnight Mass. Midnight Club? No. Midnight Mass, fantastic. And this show was really good. Sucked me in the whole time. Really, really good. There's another season, same director, called The Haunting of Blythe Manor? Something like that. Similar vibes. I haven't started that yet. And then the new one was just released, same director, called The Fall of the House of Usher, which I was under the impression was about Usher, the singer. No, it's a scary show. Totally different Usher. So I'm looking forward to watching that one too. I haven't started any of the other shows that I wanted to start. Like I talked about starting American Horror Story. Haven't done that yet, but I plan to. Still have to watch my other classic Halloween movies. Haven't watched Hocus Pocus yet. Haven't watched Coraline or Sleepy Hollow or what's the other one I always watch? I usually try to watch The Village or Signs, you know, creepy movies. But I might skip those this year and just stick with my favorites. Sleepy Hollow, the Christina Ricci and Johnny Depp version. Fantastic. Amazing. Okay. That is it. That is everything I have to show you. I don't have any plans. I'm going to keep stitching on Autumn Hawkhorn Hollow. I don't have any plans for new starts for a bit. I'm just gonna keep working on my WIPS, and I'll keep everybody posted as far as bags. That's what I'll be doing, making some more bags. I hope everybody has a great Halloween, and I won't see you until the first week in November. Be safe out there, and happy stitching. Bye.